Hi, everybody. My name is Carlos E, and this is my podcast. I have a friend of mine, get my special guest, Tim Daves, and I want to introduce you guys to Tim Daves, a friend of mine. I met him through the Moving Forward project,
Project Forward. Yeah.
Project Forward of Pace Morby and Gator Method, and we got him here to interview him. So, Tim, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Um. Well, I'm a father of a couple awesome kids. I get to work with my son every day. Um, I run a nonprofit barbell club um, where I work with kids in Olympic weightlifting. Um, own a couple rental properties. I've done a few fix and flips, and I'm blind. So there's all the tidbits.
Yeah, cool. Um, so how do you let's go to how do you do with your projects? I know you have a project running right now. So how do you go about that?
Right now I'm doing a rehab. We did a total gut, and it's going to be my first short-term rental. Um,
Cool.
so we tore everything out to the studs and took the siding off and everything. So it's basically going to be, except for the bones, a brand new house.
Cool. I like that. How is do you and your time frame, you passing your time frame?
I'm a little outside of my time frame, but it's not horrible. We started this project in May. I bought the house
Okay.
last October, and it was kind of sitting there waiting for me to finish a different one. And um, I was shooting for being done end of August, middle of September,
Okay.
but it's been a really busy past couple months. So
Yeah.
I'm a little bit behind, but I guess that's the good thing about being your own boss, right?
Yeah, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, but that's one of the good things.
Been doing lots of travel and with my barbell club, competitions and training camps with the kids and stuff like that. So now we're back on track. I don't have any more travel until November. So we're going to get it done hopefully mid October
Okay.
and get it rented out.
And mid October is completely done, ready to rent.
Completely done and ready to list on VRBO, Airbnb,
Cool.
and wherever else we can find to get people in it.
That is awesome, man. So since you brought it up that you are blind, how do you go about doing your projects like that? Like you got somebody to help you, you partnered up with somebody. How do you go about that?
My son works for me. Um,
Cool.
Trying to teach him. That's kind of why I got into it.
Okay.
Show him how to do some stuff. I've always liked real estate. Um, I stayed at the school for the blind in high school, and my dorm parent was a real estate agent trying to be a broker, and it just kind of inspired me. And I was like, man, I'm going to own property one day. And I just I was able to see until I was about 18. Not good enough to drive or anything, but
Okay.
better. I could see colors and read and different things. Now I just see light and shadow. Um, but being able to see as long as I was able to, it helped a lot. So I can go into a house and my realtor is great that I use for a lot of properties when I buy on market,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll feel the walls and walk through the entire house and see how the floors slope, or check out the plumbing and do whatever. And just from walking through it, because I used to be able to see, I can kind of picture it in my head. Uh,
Yeah.
and then, from walking off the rooms and different things, you can kind of get a grasp about the size, 12 by 12 or 10 by 12, whatever kind. And from there, if it's something I like and I buy it, I start in my head rebuilding it basically. And like my son, he can never see the project until I put it down. And well, I build it in my head. I talk to them about it. They're like, I don't understand. So what I do, because to get permits, I have to have a blueprint.
Okay.
I still have a big tub of Legos from when I was a kid. And
That's
so I
cool.
build my blueprint with Legos. Uh, like, I use every dot as a foot. Um,
Okay.
and so I build it out like I want it, and then from there I can, because I'll usually, once I measure out things in the house with my son or what, I'll remember the measurements, and so I'm able to give him that information, and then he can visually see the Lego layout, and then he can go on the phone and build the blueprint, and then I'll send that to my electrician, and then I'll send that to the city to get my permits.
Yeah, that's cool. It sounds like a project, but it sounds easy too. Like I guess you have it set up already. That it's just doing no brainer.
Just I was trying, like I struggled for a while. I was like, how do I get what's in my head to where it's in a form where somebody can understand it, right?
It's
Because
happened to me. It even happened to me all
oh,
the
it's
time.
yeah, like I mean, different people think different ways, right? You
Yeah.
process things different. Some people have to see it, and like I don't know, me, like it's in my head, you know. Um, like the cabinets are there, I can remember colors, so like that's my kind of a struggle, like interior design now, because there's so many different colors now than there were when I could see.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
you
okay.
have like 500 new shades of blue, right? Or gray.
They come up
So,
with colors all the time. This like you'd be surprised. Well, I'm pretty sure you're not surprised of how many colors could be, but
so like
yeah.
I kind of get an idea, but I'm like I'll say to my daughter, I'll send her pictures like, hey, what do you think? What colors do you think? Like, what about this or that? I'm like, what is that close to? I've never heard of that color. I don't remember that color. Um,
Yeah.
So that's kind of a challenging part, but they always turn out pretty good. I'll go Google, what are 2023 top colors, for resale or whatever, and then kind of base it. I mean, like white's timeless, right? So cabinets,
Mm-hmm.
I
Yep.
usually put white cabinets because no matter what color, if I'm going to hold it or
They
sell
always
it,
match.
change your floor, you can change your countertops. It'll go with anything.
Yeah, that's
Excuse
I
me.
learned that recently that I'm doing my project on Puerto Rico house, redoing cabinet actually, and we learned that quick that just getting a color that everything match with it is really easy. It makes the whole process simple. You could match it with any color. Like, yeah, right now I'm about to go and paint everything white, roof white, wall white, everything white. Let's go. Makes everything easy.
The one we're doing now has got a shade of blue called cornflower blue, which is like a lighter bluish, purplish kind of color with some darker gray floors and white cabinets and like an accent wall that's half white and half blue.
That
In
is
production
nice.
era, it's gonna pop. It's coming together good.
Yeah, it
Start,
is. Hopefully everything goes smooth, and whenever you're done, I can see some pictures of it.
oh heck yeah! I'm gonna
Yeah,
have professional video and photos done to put on the listings. So I'll definitely
yeah,
shoot.
definitely, definitely. So I wanted to ask you, like, how did you got into the Gator community or Gator method? Like, how do you? What was your thought of coming in, or like how it's been? Tell me more about you being a Gator, because I think you're a Gator, ain't it?
Yeah, I'm in the Gator. I haven't done much Gatoring, not
Okay,
yet.
okay,
Um, I'm part of it. So I'm Facebook friends with Abraham Gray, which everybody's probably heard of in there. He's sub
okay.
two Gator. Um, and I don't even know how, we got connected. I started seeing his stuff, I guess, send him a friend request. He accepted it. And like, man, dude's posting, he's buying and selling something every day. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like, it's
yeah.
like, the heck, this is great, one of these days. And then, so I've been following him for a while. Um, then I seen him start posting about hanging out with Pace Morby, you know,
Hmm.
and I was like, well, who's this guy? So I clicked on him, and I mean, you've been there, right? And then we end up going out.
Yeah,
So it's like,
that's
oh,
it.
Pace Morby, and his YouTube video. Oh, let me check out his YouTube. So then you watch like 100 videos, and then you start seeing other stuff about Sub Two and Gator and what Gator is, and I'm like, oh, dang, that sounds pretty simple. You can make some good money, get some big chunks. I need to learn more about that. So I jumped on the thing, and at the end, I'm just like, what the heck, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Um, let's do it.
Yeah.
So I jumped in, and my daughter lives in North Carolina. She was watching at the same time, and she jumped in, and um, she hadn't started all of her stuff yet because she's taking a real estate test um,
Yeah.
in two
Those are
days.
hard.
Um, so there I am, and then so me and my son, we worked together, and um, I put him as a partial partner in my company, and he's going to go through all the stuff here pretty soon too, and we're just going to start working on building our legacy, right?
Yeah, that's I guess that's the goal. Everybody's
Right.
goal, trying to build something. But so you say your daughter's doing that? She's doing some. Did she have done something like a deer or something yet, or she's just starting?
No, she's just starting. She bought
Okay.
into Gator the same time I did, and then like at the same time she started doing what she had bought right before that, her course to get her real estate exam, her real
Okay.
estate license in North Carolina. So she's trying to finish that, kind of like, before she gets into something else, so that it's not so much. You know how that is, right? We
Mm-hmm.
jump into Gator and you're watching all those videos, and then there's Elite Gator pops up, and then Project Forward pops up, and
It's
I mean,
always now the podcast thing that we got to do this.
man,
It's
Pace could
always something.
Pace could sell you anything, right? Like, you listen to him and you're like, "Daggone, I want in on that too." I want that, and I want that, and so
Hmm.
I just had to kind of put my brakes on a little bit, and it's like, let me slow down, let me get through Gator stuff, and you know, I know they say like just go do a deal, don't get analysis paralysis, which I kind of do, but
Yeah.
just there those months, like I said, there was a lot going on, like travel and trying to finish this project, and just jumping into it. And so I was like, I need to, you know, just finish up
Slow down.
something before
Yeah.
paying for something else. Start making money from what I've learned, which has been quite a bit.
I'm the same way. It happened the same way to me. Like once I start Gator, I start watching a lot of videos, and basically I got stuck. I got paralysis analysis, and I had to stop, apply, wait for a little bit, watch again, stop, apply. So the beginning it was the whole LLC, open your LLC, do your things, get your companies going. So I did all that, watch some video, and now I'm doing the credit stuff. Kind of got that going. Stop, watch some video, and now we got this going, Project Forward going. So and now I'm into this, trying to get these podcasts done and doing what we got to do for it.
Well, I'm trying to be like you. You're out there, you're meeting, you're
Uh,
mingling. Like, man, shoot, I'm behind. I need to be like Carlos.
yeah, you just gotta find a little crew, or just start going to the meetup. Like I told you before, is once you go to one, you will figure out how to make it to the other one, and the other one will help you to how to figure it out to the other one. And they're fun, you go have fun, talk to people. I learned that it helps you to sharp your tools, like how to talk to people, why they want to listen, how to sell yourself, how to help them, how to figure it out. So it's been helping me a little bit of that and getting out of my comfort zone, getting out. But and you've been helping me a lot, man, making me accountable of doing the stuff I gotta do, getting
Well,
it
you got
done.
me got me motivated and fired up. I need to find a local meetup and then get comfortable being uncomfortable, right?
Yeah, I mean they're not. You could talk to people, you just show up and start talking to everybody. Like, hey, my name is Tim. I do this, and everybody's just pretty cool. Well, the ones I've been, they're being really cool. Like, I didn't have no problem. They most of the time they got food, they got pizza, wings. Sometimes they got beer. Some of them they do, some of them they don't. But they cool, man. You just gotta find. They sometimes they hard for us Gator to find meetups like suit two meetups. They get challenging because we don't get no info on the meetups.
On the
They don't
subject
post.
and stuff.
Huh?
It'd be nice if they had a joint calendar, wouldn't it?
Well, I guess everything sub two they go through Discord, and we don't have Discord. Gators don't have Discord. Um, and
But
they even
also,
got
like, that makes you have to reach out to sub two, so it kind of like helps bring in those communities together, I guess.
I guess that's why they did that, because and that's the way I've been figuring it out, talking to two persons and yo, can you tell me the info for the next one? And sometimes you just get the info right there. Like, hey, this is the meetup, this is the flyer or the post. Just look it up, see if you can make it. And then it's the commitment of like driving. So I've been driving. I had drive 2 hours up to three to go to a meetup. So
Most of
they're
them on
they're what's the what?
most of them on weekends.
No, they're doing the week. That's the other
That
bad.
makes it tough because I had
Yeah,
training until like 8 o'clock at night. Like we just finished up before I got on here with you.
yeah.
Um,
They
but
tough. They. I'm telling you, sometimes
gotta have
they're sacrificed. Yeah, and the thing is, they're doing the week. So and but don't get me wrong, you go and they're packed. A lot of them, they're full. They got a lot of people in it, and you be wow. So let's try to go forward. Say something more. Let me ask you, what will be your advice for a new Gator or somebody that is joining Sub Two Gator or doing even real estate? What advice you would give them?
probably, be consistent.
Yeah,
Um, it can be overwhelming, but if you like just make yourself get on there and watch some videos and then try to take baby steps, um, and just as long as you're moving forward, right? Um,
yep,
and then set your goals, right? Like a lot of times, if we don't have a goal or something to reach for or to work towards, we get stale and stagnant and we get comfortable. So just like I tell, my kids and their friends, it's like get a pen or go in your notes on your phone, write down your 3 month goals, 6 month, 12 month, 2 year, 5 year, like put them in your notes, put them on your home screen. So
hmm
every time you go to unlock your phone, or every morning when you pick your phone up, read them.
yeah,
And so it keeps you like on track, right? So like read them every day. They become, kind of motivating for you. And once you get one, then change your timelines, change your goals, um, that and then know your values or know your guidelines and don't change for anybody, I guess. Like with properties, rentals, different things. If I wouldn't live in it, I'm not going to rent it to somebody.
yeah.
That's
You
mine.
told me that. Yeah,
I just, like I'm not a slumlord. I'll never be. So maybe I won't make as much, but I'll sleep at night.
yeah,
Um, if something's broke, I'll fix it. Um, you know, so that's just kind of an approach I take when I do something. Sometimes I go a little overboard, probably fixing something or
it's
redoing the
okay.
house. But like
Yeah,
when I sell a property that I fixed, nobody's going to have a problem. You know, I can leave it, hand over the keys at the closing, and know like they're
that's it.
getting a good property.
hmm
So
That
there's
and that's a good have. That's a good thing to have. Doing more, running the extra mile, fixing the house a little bit more. Then you're not gonna make a lot of money, but like you say, you sleep at night. You could give them the keys. You could bring anybody, go over it, check it, do whatever you want, and everything is good. Buy a book with paper and proof. So yeah, that's never wrong. Like I'm the same way. But sometimes it's tough because we gotta make money.
yeah, yeah,
And we go a little bit overboard and we do a little bit too much extra, so it breaks that budget and to catch up from that budget is sometimes it's really hard. Sometimes you don't even catch up to the budget.
I feel like sometimes at first maybe you're gonna make less money, but I
Mm-hmm.
feel like I mean like I'm fairly new, I guess. I mean I've had a couple rentals, but I feel like long term wise, you'll maybe make more or have more reliable tenants or easier time selling. Like I've had one tenant on a property that I sold not long back. I had for 12 years.
Wow.
Another one that
That's
I
a,
have currently, I've had for 10 years.
wow. So they
You
don't
know,
leave.
so they don't leave. Um, and they don't bother me unless something needs done and they know I'm going to get it done. Um, and take care of it. And so, we have decent relationships and I don't get all the petty calls. I don't get um,
Mm-hmm.
they're
Yeah.
happy. They're happy. So,
And that's
uh,
the best thing.
yeah.
Yeah. No, that's perfect. Like when I had tenants like that they stay long, but I also have tenants like that they stay long and they don't help at all. They don't fix. They're calling. And you're like, man, like what is it?
You don't
But
want to answer the phone, right?
yeah, that's part of the business, I guess it's like the same when you gotta go and like, man, you gotta go. Like it's so hard to kick somebody out when they've been your tenant for 6 7 years and you're like, man, this is a good tenant. It's He pays good, but he's not a good tenant, like it's good to pay that he pays on time and everything is there. But as a tenant, it's like, man, like how can you mistreat somebody's property like this? Like you'd be surprised.
Yeah, people, they're hard to predict sometimes.
Yeah, they are. Well, so let's wrap it up. We talk, we have whatever we gotta say, and like, so if somebody's trying to find you and you got any special contact information or something that we could do.
You can email me at timdavis1975 at gmail.com, or you can go on Instagram to Coach Blind Dude.
Yep.
I'm also on Facebook at Tim Davis.
Cool. Phone number? Do you want to give me your phone number or no?
Yeah, it's 270-231-0797.
Cool. Well, Tim, thank you so much for joining us and my podcast, even though that is starting and you my first guest. You're my second, but you're gonna be my first video as a podcast.
I'm
So
honored. I'm looking forward to
um
doing this project forward with you.
yeah, and I'm honored too that you my bottom buddy, and man, it's been a bless, man. I like that you my bottom buddy. You're the best guy I run into this. Um
I appreciate
We're
it.
gonna close it here. This is my info. You can see on my screen, Carlos E. Rodriguez. My email is crclegacy1@gmail. Phone number 407-288-6552. Anybody want to contact us? We are Gator. We lenders. We try to be. And please feel free to reach out. Thank you.